Okay, Pisces, this is for you. This is your reading for the month of September 2024. There is a lot going on in Pisces. So, whatever you have, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, this reading is for any of those. So, just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I do want to outline or highlight a few things for you as we get into this month. In September, we do have a new moon right away in the sign of Virgo, which is in opposition to Pisces. And this new moon in Virgo is actually in opposition to Saturn, which is transiting, walking through basically Pisces. So right now you could find, depending on where this falls in your chart, it's going to impact a different piece of your life depending on which house it's in. And essentially the energy of this new moon in Virgo, it's very good for kind of cleaning up things that aren't efficient or aren't organized for you or aren't helping you. If anything is not helping you, the opposition in Saturn is going to say, hey, wake up, this isn't helping you, why are you doing this? So that new moon is a good time to plant the seeds for the future of doing things a little bit better for yourself. All right, so it's not so Neptune is there too. Neptune is in retrograde. Neptune's in your sign of Pisces as well. And so it can be that you just didn't see it, right? You just weren't really paying attention, or you had some kind of illusion about things that wasn't really healthy for you at all. Okay, I wrote some notes here. I just want to make sure because there's a lot going on in your sign. On September 17th, the eclipse is in your sign in Pisces too. This is really interesting because it's going to square Jupiter, and eclipse energy is about activation energy. It is about wherever it falls in your chart, wherever Pisces falls in your chart, whatever house it's in, that is going to be activated. And the eclipse in Pisces is sitting right with Neptune. So again, this energy of, I thought it was this way, but maybe it's not. And so there can be some kind of falling out or some kind of feeling about, oh, this wasn't going to work for me, or this isn't going to take me in the direction I want to go in. So I might just move away from a particular relationship or a particular way of doing things or something like that. I feel like this month is going to give you a lot to work with. All right, so let's keep going. Let's just move on. I might sort of refer back to those pieces here, but it's really important that there's so much activity in your area of Pisces that you really should be paying attention. We do have Mars moving into Cancer, which is another water sign, so that's trining you, which is nice. In terms of the September 17th timeframe, there is a grand Earth trine, meaning all the Earth signs have a planet around the same degree. And so all of those are going to be activated. Pluto is retrograding in Capricorn. We have Taurus retrograding in, Uranus retrograding, Uranus retrograding in Taurus. And then Venus is in Virgo. Venus is going to move signs by the end of this month. So let's just keep going here. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see what's happening here for you. All right. Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. Isn't that beautiful? Discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Answering the call. The time is now. Mars moving into Cancer. All right, there's something that needs to be dealt with. And Mars moving into Cancer energy, it has to align with your heart. Nothing you do, you can't do something, we had the new moon in Virgo energy, and Virgo is purely transactional sometimes. You could say that is a negative kind of energy of Virgo, that it's just like, hey, listen, if this is good for me for a certain reason, then I'm doing it. Even if my heart's not in it, it's important that my health gets better. It's important that I'm doing this healing work. I'll worry about, my heart later, or I'll worry about if my heart's in it later. And if that's the truth, if something happens like that, where you do something in a transactional way, to get my finances better or whatever, but your heart isn't in it. When Mars moves into Cancer, that's not going to work for you. You'd be like, yeah, I'm not expending my energy unless my heart is in it. I'm not doing that. All right. Woo, transformation. This is a big month. A lot of those things that I was talking about, because they fall into your sign, that does feel to me like you're going to have an especially active month, mostly in terms of asserting your own will and getting out of fantasy. If you have been in too much fantasy about any relationship or about any experience that you're like currently engaged in, a lot of that can get wiped away. You can just see it for what it is and be like, okay, that's not for me. There can be confrontation. There can be other people walking away. It's almost like if you didn't see, like with Neptune there in your sign, if you didn't see the truth of a thing, I feel like this Virgo energy is, especially that new moon and then the eclipse energy is going to be like waking you up from a dream. Okay. Like, I didn't really see that person was manipulative. I didn't really see that person was just out for their own satisfaction. It wasn't really a deep relationship for them. I didn't really see that they were just using me. I got offered this amazing job out of nowhere, and they were just using me to get to my old boss. And then they dumped me, something like that. Okay. So just be very mindful. Oh yeah. Justice. It's got to flow two ways. Knight of Cups, the Strength card. I like this. The Fool card. Boy, this is like a learning experience. What I just said to you, this Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Be careful. If you have the propensity to be romantic and not sign contracts, okay, if you have the tendency to feel that it's just going to come out in the wash or everybody's doing it for the same reasons or something like that, I would be very mindful of that. Be very aware of that, because with Neptune retrograding, with Saturn retrograding all in your sign, I just get the feeling that there could be some hard lessons here in terms of not protecting yourself, which is why I love this new moon Virgo energy for you. It gives you a chance to be transactional. And then when Mars moves into Cancer, it gets you to be like a little bit more, like, refine that down. Like, okay, this is good for me right now, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to be very practical about it. And then when Mars moving into Cancer, like, okay, yeah, this is something I really want to do or I don't want to do, but I'm going to know about it. And this is Scorpionic energy here with the transformation. So a lot of water energy coming through here. Page of Cups, more water. Page of Cups, 10 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. There's Death again. I feel like you could get offered a job or offered there's some kind of career path here that you feel, I don't know, overwhelmed by, Pisces. It's just like, it was a good idea and I want to learn about this, but I feel like it's taking too much of my effort, or it's asking too much of me. The Death card, there's King of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Cups. Okay. I feel like you could be dealing with a person who has done something big for themselves. This could be a love interest of yours, or you could be very not seeing that they want to be in a love partnership with you. They offer you a job or some kind of business partnership, and you're not seeing truly their agenda. Now, because it's 9 of Pentacles and 8 of Pentacles, that doesn't feel tremendously manipulative to me. It's like, okay, it's good for them and it's good for you. A little transactional, okay, admittedly. Later on in the month, when that Mars goes into Cancer, I feel like you're going to recognize that the potential is there for this as a love relationship. And you kind of have to like wake up and go, oh, like, how do I feel about this? Like, you're building something with somebody, or you're being asked to build something with somebody, and you may feel it can be on either side. I guess I just feel like whatever this opportunity is, you're not really seeing. Maybe you don't know that they love you or they're in love with you. And then you see it. And you're like, oh, I didn't realize that. How do I feel about that? And Mars in Cancer is going to say, well, if my heart's in it, then I'm going to move forward with this. And if it's not, it's not. I just get the feeling that the 10 of Wands there and the 8 of Swords, you could be engaged in something else right now that is taking up all of your bandwidth. You could be in a situation, because I am getting this kind of repeating pattern thing, that you're not really seeing the truth of a situation until we get to that eclipse energy. Okay, and let's see, this 10 of Wands. Hermit, I like that. Wisdom, 3 of Wands, expectations, 8 of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. I feel like some of you are going to see the truth of a situation and turn your back on it. I feel like some of you are going to turn your back on it, maybe early in the month, maybe feeling a little bit like it's taking too much of my time and effort, or I'm completely engaged in another thing that's sucking me dry. And so you walk away from something good, walking away from something good. Instead of, because here's the 9 of Swords, like, oh, I regret this. Why did I walk away from this situation? So there's a chance for transformation here later. Let's see, the chance for transformation, like, oh, I'm such an idiot. I didn't see that this was good for me. And then it could continue. Okay. Queen of Wands, 9 of Cups. Woo! Yeah. Ooh, 10 of Swords and the Empress. Okay. So there's a person, fire sign, likely Leo, have some Libra energy. Leo, Libra, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo. There's the Virgo energy. And I feel like they have feelings for you. You walk away from them and they're devastated by this. I feel like they're devastated by it. And, you know, if this happens, this person is somebody who's very meaningful in your life. And I just think you can't see it for some reason. Probably the Neptune. Okay, Neptune is your ruling planet, but here's the deal. Pisces, your original ruler is Jupiter, and Jupiter is squaring the energy in Pisces right now. The Jupiter energy is in Gemini. It's squaring anything that's going on in Pisces. So what that means is there can be a sense of a flare up. Okay, there can be some kind of expectation that kind of blows up, or some kind of awareness, aha moment for you. And, you know, if this person leaves you behind because you're just not seeing it, you're just like, whatever, I feel like that's a wake up call. Okay, I feel like that person walking away from you and saying, you know what, this doesn't work for me, I'm going to move on. I feel like that will be the moment of like, oh, I didn't see. Okay. Oh, I didn't see. So this 8 of Swords, that's the recognition of I was kind of blocking my own vision, right? So 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. Ace of Wands. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. 6 of Pentacles and the Star. So there is a chance for healing here. Everything may kind of move around, like a love person that you're in a love relationship with may become a business partner, vice versa. The person who was in your life in a different way, maybe just as a friend or whatever, becomes somebody who actually has feelings for you and you just never saw it. It's time to wake up to these things. I feel like there's a person here who's really good long-term for you, and you might have not seen it. You might just have not seen it until now. All right. So let's go deeper into this. Let's see how this unfolds. You have free will to do whatever you want, obviously. And so it's a matter of kind of looking at your patterns. And are you suspicious of people who who want to get near you? Are you suspicious of, or completely not suspicious? Not having any awareness if someone is all of a sudden making you an offer you can't refuse, and you're like, oh, that's nice. Instead of like, why are they doing that? All right. So link is below if you want to continue on with me, Pisces. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.